Welcome to Her Incredible Mind, where we are highlighting some of the most successful women in science, technology, engineering, and math. These women are inspirational leaders, showing resilience in the face of adversity. By sharing these success stories, we hope to gain insight, inspire, and help guide those who are struggling on their journey within this industry. Hopefully, their stories will inspire you or someone you know to pursue a career in STEAM. Thank you for joining us on Her Incredible Mind. Can you describe your role today?
Hi, Kate, Catherine. Thank you for having me here today. My role is I'm the manager for research and partnership at the Retail Innovation COE, and I work for Retail Business Services.
Oh, that's neat. So what do you do at the company?
Certainly. So basically, my team is in charge of innovation. So everything that is, developing innovative solutions for brick and mortar grocery stores. In my role, I support my team by basically doing research, external research, benchmarking, etc., to understand what's been happening out there, what others are doing. Could be industries within our vertical, so grocery, or outside of our vertical, but in the retail business. So basically, I go out there, I research, and then I bring back all those learnings and insights, and that helps my team fuel with ideas, what we call the innovation pipeline.
That's neat. So like you're going out and you're researching, and then you come back and you're able to kind of help the team figure out what they should do with the client in order to move the needle and do what the client actually needs for a requirement.
Exactly. So the idea is just fuel knowledge and information into the organization, so then they can make strategic decisions for different type of initiatives or solutions.
Sure. So what matters to you most about when you're choosing this role? Like what do you love about what you're doing now, and what matters to you most about it?
I learned this recently about myself and what I look for in a job. For me, it's very, very important the values that you share in your team and how you work together. I never thought, I thought the role could be the main thing, the most important thing, or even the career advancement. But I've personally, I realized that what matters to me the most is also, those principles and values or ethics that we work with or we carry in our team. And beyond that, I also, for me, it's very valuable my leader, because I always like to look up to someone and learn from others, and just having a leader that is very supportive and inclusive, it's also very important for me.
Yeah, I think that you've touched on something that really recently I have been thinking about a lot, and that is that, the ethics of your team members, the collaboration of your team members, the ability and reputation of your team members matters a lot to you in your career. And it mattered to me too as well. I was very, very lucky to work with some really good organizations throughout my career. A lot of them had instilled in me those ethics and the bar to hold yourself to and hold your team to. And I think when you have people that are better, they expect better from you. And I think that turns out to be a really, really positive experience. At least for me, it's been that way. I feel like that's one of the most nurturing environments for you to continue your career in and be able to press forward with, the knowledge that you have the confidence in yourself to carry, those ethics and those, responsibilities with you. So what do you think about when you think about your role in general, your current role? What challenges are you facing?
It's very interesting. I would say, this is a new role, so my primary challenge would be just getting used to this change, right? because not only involves changing the role, but involves changing the team, the people that I work with, the culture of the team, etc. So it's just that a period of adaptation, because you're coming out of your comfort zone, you're coming to something new and unknown. In general, it's a challenge, but it's a good challenge because there is opportunity to growth within that challenge. So I would say that's the first one. The second one is more about really finding the time to learn and learning how to prioritize between learning and doing, and not only finding the support from your leaders and helping them understand that, you know, to bring in that quality, you need to build in that expertise and that excellence. So it takes time. And that is more the second challenge, I would say, just being able to communicate, but also influence so that you can get that learning time that you need versus working time.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I've noticed throughout my career is that you have to be a continual learner, right? You need to be able to be constantly learning and actually wanting that growth. I applaud you for wanting that growth and continuing to put that emphasis on your own professional development. That's very inspiring, and it's something that all of us should be doing. Not just from our career standpoint, but just also from our own personal growth as well. So what challenges do you think you're facing as far as, you know, looking at the next steps in your career? What would you like to do, you know, to kind of what would you want to do if you wanted to get to the next ring?
I personally think I need to build in more confidence is something that I'm aware of and that I'm working towards. I think also is being able to have a seat at the table and be heard and be valued for what you bring. But with that, to get there, you need to build credibility. So it's just understanding how to do that, or finding the support from other people in the organization who wants to support you or sponsor you and try to push you forward and out there, because you only learn by practice, right? So I would say it's more related to that, and it's a personal challenge that I'm working towards.
Right. So I think, you know, what's funny is confidence is something that over time you develop. However, there's never going to be a day where you don't have a lack of confidence at some point, in my opinion. I think every one of us doubts ourselves. And it's honestly something that you can look at and say, it makes me better because I do doubt those parts of what I'm doing. I'm better because I take a step back and look at what I'm doing and how I am doing it. So you talk about confidence as being an obstacle. Well, what obstacles have you overcome?
I think, and I owe it to my mentor, just being able to challenge the status quo or the system, and being able to just ask questions. So that I've learned a lot, but again, it was with support of mentors and sponsors who, you know, made me feel okay with those questions, and it's okay to bring them up and we can have conversations, and it's okay if you challenge something. So I'd say that I've learned that.
I applaud you. That's great, and it's something that's you know, it is a great journey when you're able to trust in the people that are really helping you to have your confidence and have your ability to question. And you know, that's what we should be doing, is questioning and making sure, because that's the way we push the envelope. That's the way we get to where we need to be. You know, so when we think about, you know, kind of the different titles that we've had throughout our career and kind of where we're at now, do you think that your role in your industry is the same as other industries, or do you feel that your role is very unique to kind of that retail market?
I believe is that you could find similarities to my role, especially when you look at groups that are building or developing innovative solution. It is essential. Research is fundamental. If you think about, okay, we want to want to brainstorm new ideas, you have to have an understanding of what's happening out there, what others are doing. So I think, and I believe that my role, there are similar roles, at least in groups building or developing innovative solutions. I hope so.
No, that's great. Great response. So what would you say to your younger self?
I would say this is very touching. So I appreciate the question, because I don't know if we all have a chance to sometimes say something to our younger self. So thanks for the opportunity. I would say first, if you feel it that you want to grow and be one day somewhere, just go after that. I had situations where I always felt it inside of me, and I never pursued the career until I met someone that made me believe I could do it. But sometimes we shouldn't need someone else to tell us you can do it. It should be coming from ourselves. So if I had to go back, knowing what I know today, I would just say follow your dreams, follow your heart, and what you want to do, because it's possible regardless of your circumstances in the moment.
That's great. So if you had to sum up your LinkedIn profile using 3 words, what would they be?
Always learning and improving.
Very, very good. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you being on Her Incredible Mind.
Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.